So welcome to my first general guide. I'm starting with the premium general, the purple or blue tier, which includes both in-app generals and general that you unlock with the surpassing the hero steps. So for the in-app, we click on the crown and there are 6 of them. For each of the general, there are general values, but also some privilege. So starting from Attila, it gives you, first of all, the privilege of doubling initial battle resources. In conquest mode, it costs half the price for recruiting generals, plus you get 200,000 coins, you get 20 heraldry, which you are used to upgrade the ranking of the general, and some troops that are very elite crossbowmen. Okay, so it costs roughly $6. And if you go to the general, based on my model, you can see the model in the card. The total score of Attila is 288. It is the third highest score of all the generals in my database. And his specialty score is 90, which is the fourth highest score. So overall, very high scores, also helped by very high rank and title, maximum rank and maximum title already. You can see again the rank here, Lieutenant 3 and Emperor. And his specialty is range and infantry. In range is 50, so it's the highest value. Infantry is 40. So if you want to spend money, this will be the third, I think, best general to buy. And again, the advantage of the privilege is quite valuable. So this could be money well spent. The second guy is Charlemagne. Charlemagne gives you an extra number of general available, an extra slot, plus 1,200 medals, 20 items for mercenary orders, and 30 knight hospitalier enlistment. So again, these are legions you can use in battle. It's a bit more expensive than Attila, 250 baht, so that's $8, give or take. And Charlemagne is the second best general in the game, if we look just at the absolute score. A total score of 294. In terms of specialty, is infantry and administration. Okay, so he has an infantry 50, that's the highest score possible. And administration is 45. Also morale is 45. Whenever there is a tie break in the top two capability, I check the skills to see the profile of the general. Not super perfect, but that's it. He has a specialty score of 94, which is also the second highest, maximum rank and title, and overall, yes, it's a good round general. Then we go number 3, Richard I. So according to my database, this is the best general in the game. I'm seriously considering to buy. In fact, it's more expensive. It's almost $10. But it gets a total score of 302, a specialty score of 94, is specialized in cavalry and morale. So it's a cavalry score of 50, so the best cavalry score. And we look at the skills, interception, cavalry taxation, that's a good one, so plus 5% damage. Pole arm mastery, when command units armed with pole arms, melee, not very useful. Siege master, that's good when you attack cities. And leadership, recovers morale, it's okay. Not the best skills, I would say, but the absolute score is what matters the most. But also what matters a lot is you get daily 50 medals. In a week, 350 medals. In a month, you get a free general, basically. And also you get the Knight Templar enlisting, seal, and 2,500 medals. Best buy, if you want to spend $10, that's all it takes. I think that's what I might do. Then the other 3 guys don't think they're worth it, they're cheaper, but why spending money? So Arthur King Arthur and the Round Table Knights. He has a total score of 254, so that's 50 points below Richard I. Specialty, bit better, 86. Is specialized in morale and cavalry as well. He has not full rank. His rank score are actually only 40 and the title 30. He's just a duke, so not great. And as I said, but he has a 14 cavalry, which is it's okay actually. That's and even a 14 infantry, which are decent. But as in up general, he has a cavalry skill, an infantry skill, so it's a bit of everything, not specialized in something. Honestly, I think you can find in the other premium generals, non in up, better candidates. And the small advantage is you get daily 7,000 gold, 7,500, plus you get 30 war axe cavalry enlistments, 10 mithril, which are used for special weapons and grade, and gold. Then Saladin, El Cheapo, only $3 for Saladin, plus you get an extra general slot, plus 100,000 coins, 10 items. These are used for upgrading range infantry or range cavalry. And the Mamluk archers, you get 30 units for enlistment. When we look at Saladin, not great, total score of 257, specialty score of 85, and his specialties are morale and ranged, so archery, range is called here archery. He has a decent rank, 45, he's a lieutenant 1, and the rank, as I explained in the general model video, so the rank, there are 21 ranks. Every rank gives you 1 capability point. They can be used to upgrade your capabilities here. But also, when you pass certain threshold, you can add more armies, can be tagged to you in your legion. And also, when you pass this other threshold, you increase the number of skills here at the bottom. Okay, that's what the rank do. The title, increase the percentage of damage given and increase the negative percentage of damage received. That's what these two things do. Okay, so that's for Saladin, and then, as I said, he specializes in range, is a 41. So that's okay. Also cavalry, it's 42. So that's, but when you look at the skills, it's a bit mixed. And we finish with the Valkyrie, also $3, plus 7,000 gold, heraldry, 200 swordsmen, 30 of them, and 100,000 gold. When we look at the capability, Olga is an administrator and an infantry, 45 and 37. She has a total score of 184, which is extremely low. You know, that's this score not even, we are at the level in the silver range actually. In gold, very few of the gold general have such a low score. So I'm really wondering what is the reason for buying Olga. And if I look at other details, the only thing that stands out is really her admin capability. He has a rank of 38 points, Brigade Commander 1, but very low title. Because of infantry, she has formation, which is okay, and counter-infantry expert, that's not okay. Leadership, logistic, negotiation. So a bit of a diplomat can be useful on that front. If you have an extra general slot, maybe in conquest, then you can leverage an administration and diplomacy capability. So this concludes the 6 in-app general review. Now we can go to our generals, and we can complete. So here they are, the first 6 we just saw, and then the others are all locked because you need to complete the hero per course. So we can start with Belisarius. You see, you need to complete the siege of Rome victory in the rise of Byzantium. Belisarius is an infantry and morale, 40 and 39. He has a score of 215, which is an average score for the premium tier, and also his specialty score is average, 79. And there are no skills that particularly stand out. He has a decent rank with the 40 points, but very low title. He's Viscount, so his damage multiplier are lower. And low range, low admin, cavalry of 36. In the skills, we see in a couple of infantry skills, so not the top. And Frederick the First. Frederick the First is one of the highest score in the premium tier, 244. Also, his specialty score is a morale and infantry specialist, is a 89. Very good, with a high rank, high morale. And because he's of infantry, he has calmness, melee infantry expert, which is useful. Leadership, it's okay. Irritability and strategy, okay. So the skills are quite abstract. Not sure they add a lot of value. But anyway, Frederick, score of 244, it's above average, and 89. So that's good enough. Then Alfred the Great. Alfred the Great is not a good general. Let's start with that. Total score of 202, so it's below average. The average of the premium is 216. His specialty score is 74, where the average is 80, so again, below average. He has a decent rank, a very low title, 5. I mean, he's a baronet, the King of England. And no skill that really stand out, even in the skill, counter-infantry, force march, and negotiation expert is locked. So don't buy him. Edward the Black Prince. Is specialized in morale and range. His total score is above average at 242. His specialty score is on average at 79. And he has a decent rank, while title is below average. And overall, given the range capability, I see a range tactician and a master shooter, which are good skills to have. Mobilization expert, equipment destruction, swamp commander. Okay, these are not very applicable. So whenever a skill has a low frequency, it's not very valuable. So, but anyway, this is a good general for archery. Then Genghis Khan. Genghis Khan is the best general, excluding the in-up trio of Charlemagne, Richard, and Attila. Has the fourth highest score of 272. Even his specialty score, it's higher than most of the in-up general at 91. He is specialized in archery and morale, of course. He has a rank almost maximum at 48 points, a title on average. His morale at 46 and a range at 45, but even has a decent cavalry. So a very good general, a must have, but you need to complete the chapter Burning Crusade. And you have a master of archery, range tactician, also for cavalry tactician, forest commander, not useful, a logistic expert, not very useful. Okay, that's a best buy. The problem is I don't know, because they're locked, I don't know exactly the cost of the generals. Something I will have to update the general guide once I unlock them myself. Then Edward I is an average general, a score of 211 and a specialty score of 79. He has a decent rank, but a weak title and a weak infantry. In range as a 37, but you see no range skills really. We have just the outburst maybe. Then infantry, cavalry skills, swamp, and mobilization. Robert the Bruce. He is an infantry general, and an administrator, but his scores are below average, 183 and 70, because of low title and overall low scores. So I will not go into more details, given this guy is bad. I mean, that's good enough. Nuruddin, he is a cavalry, and morale also is below average, only a 200-point score and a 76 specialty. Very weak title, weak infantry, and with a cavalry of 38, no cavalry skills. So again, not a good one. El Cid has a 234 points, which is above average, and also an 86 points. As a specialty, he's an infantry general, a morale, of course, and with the infantry particularly has a 42 points, which is great, and outburst, an infantry tactician, and plane commander, which is also more common because plane is the most common surface. So definitely a general to consider in the premium range. Is one of the best infantry, probably I would say is the second best after Frederick the First. Joan d'Arc, she's a cavalry general, average as a total score, but above average in her specialty, with a score of 86. So she's very specialized, has overall very low scores, but then excels in morale and cavalry, hence their scores. She has a cavalry tactician, which is good. Diplomatic skill, planes commander is good. Infantry and formation. Infantry clearly not useful, but information, it can be useful because the formation applies, it's not specialized to any capability. And then here is Mel Gibson, William Wallace. If you saw Braveheart, great movie. But William Wallace, unfortunately, is not very good in this game. His total score is very poor, 189. But he's an infantry, and his specialty score is quite good, 84. He's really, that's the only two things he's good at, is morale and infantry. He is fast, he has a counter-infantry, leadership, plane commander, and negotiation. So the jury is out there. I don't know, it depends on the cost, I guess. Not stellar general, but it can be useful as a second or third infantry, maybe. Otto the First, also his score is below average, 195, and his specialty score is also below average. He's a cavalry and infantry general, but has very low scores and low skills, so I wouldn't buy this guy. And I think the last one, Nat, is a Dane, I believe longsword Nat, if I remember correctly. So Nat has a score of 209, so he's an average, but his specialty score, which is a cavalry and administration, is only 72. So he's a versatile average general, doesn't stand for really much, and despite his cavalry capability, he has some skills which are more infantry. Yeah, so not very useful. Okay, so I have covered them. I think it's 19 generals in the blue tier. I don't know how we call it because it's not gold, it's golden laurel. I call them premium. Forgive my cough, by the way, I'm talking a lot. So next I will follow with the gold, silver, and bronze guide, but also I will do other guides with the top cavalry, top infantry, top range, and I will also look at the worst generals, the cheap generals, and the best princesses. So stay tuned. If you haven't subscribed, do so. And if you like this video, humor me and make me happy with a little like. It would be very appreciated. Take care.